This is the final stand for the Bitcoin bulls. If they fail to defend this in the next 3 days, Bitcoin will fall further. Question is, where to from there? And what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin analysis video. I have Sean next to me today. Sean, say hello to everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
So today is Monday. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. Well, we are having a happy Monday. Bitcoin is, looking a bit murderous right here, Sean. We have a brand new weekly candle, and, this weekly open is,
M for Monday, M for murder. Is Bitcoin going to follow through, though? Is Bitcoin going to follow through with its homicidal thoughts right over here? So, guys, Bitcoin, I'm going to call it the way I see it. It's not looking good over here, okay? It's holding market structure. I'm pretty sure all of you guys are looking at this neckline right over here, okay? It's holding. Barely, but it's holding. That being said, Kusha, you know what indicator I'm going to pull out?
Yes.
Right over here, guys, the mango dynamic. Oof. This picture can be a very tricky picture for many of you. As you guys can see, we have closed inside the mango dynamic. So technically we have held support, okay? But we opened outside. Okay? Many of you might be asking, how do you trade this, Sean? Yeah, how do you trade this? How do you read the situation? And the way I read it, guys, is this is a bearish event. Okay, my rules tell me that if we don't get a close above the indicator, regardless of whether we close prior, I'm going to read it as a bearish event. Okay, I would have liked to see Bitcoin close better, right? So essentially, if we close around 26,450-ish, we have closed within the mango dynamic. We didn't do that. It didn't do enough to follow the dynamic indicator. That would have been the bare minimum. So this now to me is a bearish event. This now to me is Bitcoin losing the mango dynamic until proven otherwise. And what would be otherwise? I want to see the next weekly or the weekly after that close back inside. So Krisha, what are your thoughts on this?
I think it's honestly, let's face it, okay? From the beginning of the year, guys, we've been looking at bull run triggers, right? Bull run signatures, bull run indicators, call it what you will. But we were looking at a total of 4. Now, I sounded like a broken record bringing them up over and over and over again, but that's technically all of those indicators going off at the same time was what basically told me that, hey, Krisha, time to turn bullish. Now, question is, where are we relative to those bull run indicators? Well, you're looking at this mango dynamic on the weekly time frame. This, guys, was one of the bullish indicators that we were looking at. And so far, since Jan of this year, we've been holding it as support, right? Every test of the dynamic was met with support, bounced off of it, came back down, once again bounced right off of it, and then made our way up. Now, for the first time since Jan of this year, we have lost it. So now this bull run trigger has officially gone off. So now from 4 bullish indicators, we're down to 3. But question is, are we down to 3? No. One of the other bullish indicators that we were looking at was the 4-day mango dynamic as well. And where are we relative to the 4-day mango dynamic? Once again, guys, we have lost the 4-day dynamic as well. So now from 3, we're down to 2.
Just to clarify, guys, for the 4-day dynamic, we've been looking for 2 4-day candle closes underneath the 4-day dynamic, right? Now over here, you guys can see we got 1, but the next candle popped right over, right? So this did not count as a negation of the 4-day indicator. Right over here too, we never got 2 consecutive 4-day candle closes. This is the first time we're seeing 2 consecutive 4-day candle closes underneath the 4-day dynamic. So yeah, weekly gone. 4-day gone.
4-day gone.
What was the third indicator?
The third one, guys, we're looking at the monthly Stokes, right? Now, if I take you guys on over to the monthly Stokes, I've marked out some of the monthly crossovers for you. So we're looking at the Stokes right here at the bottom of my screen, right? So what we were looking for is, for the Stokes to cross bullish on. All right, that usually, now I've marked out every time the Stokes have crossed bullish, getting out of that bear market phase. Now, we had one right here in September of 2015, which said, okay, you know what, we actually got the bullish crossover on the Stokes, price reclaimed the monthly 21 EMA, and there we were off to the races. Right now, we had a very, very similar setup right here in Feb of 2019, where we actually got a bullish crossover on the Stokes. Price even took out the 21 EMA. This was in April, 2 months later, April of 2019, and then off to the races all the way up to $14,000 per Bitcoin. Now, this is where we saw that COVID dump, right? And then even emerging out of the COVID dump, we got a bullish crossover. Price took back that 21 EMA on the monthly time frame, and then once again off the races. But that bullish crossover was very, very important to really, help us determine, are we still in bullish territory? trajectory? Is the momentum right now still swinging bullish? Well, check this out. Okay, now we got a bullish crossover right here, Sean, December of 2022, and this is the first thing that told me that, hey, perhaps the tide is changing, right? That's when I started bringing up those bull run signatures to your attention. So December 2022 is when we got that bullish crossover on the Stokes, right? Now, we made our way all the way up to the 21 EMA, took it out, but now we're wavering against that 21 EMA. And now, in addition to us losing that 21 EMA, right, where we're hovering significantly under the 21 EMA, in addition to that, where's the Stokes at right now? We have a bearish crossover on the Stokes. Right.
Just to clarify, guys, the red going above the blue line is the bearish crossover, right? So we've hit resistance on the top band of the stochastics, and now we're seeing a bearish cross as well. So if this begins to open up in that the red starts widening away from the blue, that's going to increase the momentum. You've not seen that just yet. Okay, and this is a monthly indicator, so it's going to take time to develop, and hopefully we don't see that. But hey, this is a red flag.
Exactly. Okay, so we're looking at a bullish crossover on the Stokes plus price hovering underneath that monthly 21 EMA. This is not a good picture. All right, the bears have this one by the horns right now.
Exactly, Krisha. And the way I'm reading the situation at the moment is we are essentially waiting for the bears to mess this up, right? They've got to drop the ball for Bitcoin to recover. We're not saying Bitcoin can't recover from here, right? But until we do see those signs, we have to be at the very least cautious, being overly bullish here, putting on leverage trades. I just don't see the narrative for it, not as a trend trader at the very least. Things are only looking good or holding on the monthly time frame on a longer term perspective. Okay, so you don't take leverage trades when you're waiting for a longer term move, because in the midterm you will get liquidated. Remember, guys, all it takes is a 5x leverage trade and a 20% move against you, and you are liquidated.
So now what do we have here? What is the picture, guys? From, well, 4 bullish indicators that we had, 3 have been invalidated. Okay, 3 out of 4 have been invalidated. Now, what was the 4th one? And the 4th one, Sean, is the only one that still remains intact, which is the monthly 10 simple moving average. All right. So now you can see that price is still living over the monthly 10 SMA. So for now, it's intact. However, getting into the next month of September, if this monthly candle closes underneath the 10 simple moving average, this too has been invalidated.
Yep.
All right, so we go from 4 on 4 bullish indicators to 0 on 4 bullish indicators gone off.
And which is why I'm saying, guys, just be patient. Just be patient on your bull trades at the moment, because it's only 3 days and 13 hours left before the monthly closes. And we're going to get a lot more information once that monthly closes. Remember, all the mid to even the high time frames leading up to the weekly, the momentum has shifted down. All you guys need to do is go on over to your app.mango.research.co, hit your drop down here, and you can see the trend on all your time frames, right? What's it telling you? 4-hour short, 12-hour short, daily short, 2-day short, 4-day short, weekly short as well. So momentum across all time frames is telling you it's down. So you don't want to be trading against this, guys, right? All of this momentum is coming in on to test this monthly 10 SMA. Okay, now we're going to see whether the monthly can hold its line, hold the defense, hold the red keep against Daenerys's red fire breathing freaking dragon right over here, right? So if it defends and we do see the signs of some accumulation leading into upside continuation, we will let you guys know. And hey, if Bitcoin does start claiming key indicators again, like the weekly dynamic, for example, right over here, right, we will give you guys an update. In fact, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that update, because if Bitcoin does start clearing the weekly dynamic again and starts closing candles above 27,000, we are going to see a massive move towards the upside, because a lot of shorts are going to be closing their positions. A lot of people who are waiting for a downside on Bitcoin so they could position at lower prices are going to say, F it, I'm just going to be buying over here. So once Bitcoin starts clearing above 27,000 again, guys, a lot of buy pressure is going to come in, right? So if we clear the mango dynamic, wherever the mango dynamic is at on the weekly time frame, we will give you guys an update. Do not miss that update. It's going to be a massive move for Bitcoin. But until then, understand that the monthly is closing in only 3 days, and there's a lot of momentum towards the downside to crack this monthly 10 SMA. And if we do lose that monthly 10 SMA, it's going to be bad. We're going to update you guys on that too. We're going to call it as it is. A spade is a spade. And if we lose that monthly 10 SMA, it's not going to be looking good.
So now let's talk about how low can Bitcoin really go from here. What are those downside targets? Well, I'm keeping this very, very simple. Okay, we've lost the weekly dynamic. Yeah, we have that monthly 10 SMA as support, but now let's just say hypothetically that we actually do end up losing the 10 SMA. Where are we looking towards next? What is that next price range? Well, for that, get on over to your weekly time frame, turn on your Ichimoku cloud, okay, and you'll find that we have a C-span trade that has been activated on the weekly Ichimoku, okay? What is a C-span trade? Essentially a trade from the Tenkin, which is that blue line swinging in right there, all the way down to the Kijun. All right, so the next stop for Bitcoin, Sean, I'm looking at that as coming in at around $23,620, which is the Kijun. All right, if we fall further from there, if the bulls fail to hold that as support, I will be looking at around 18.7K as the next stop, right? Which was one of the critical levels that we were looking at on our way up to that $24,000 region, right? So that's 18.7K. Right, so that is the next range that I'm looking at. If we lose the Kijun, only then will I be looking towards 18.7K. All right, not before that. But these are the two targets that I have, well, to the downside. 23.6K going all the way down to 18.7K. If this, then that. Now, of course, if this picture changes, if Bitcoin manages to reclaim some of these regions of resistance to the upside, right, yeah, then maybe the bulls have a bit of an edge there. Okay, but that hasn't happened just yet, and if it does, we will be updating you on that. All right, so make sure you hit the sub and the bell icon, that way you are not missing out on any of those updates. Now, this is all we have for you for today's Bitcoin analysis. We really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, smash the like button, and we'll see you guys in the next update. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.
Ciao.